All right, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you this fine Wednesday, hump day afternoon. I'm sorry I look a mess. It is super windy outside. We're about to get a big storm. I wanted to whip out a video real quick. Yeah, I don't know where that light's coming from. Oh, I know where it's coming from. Anyway, been a hot minute since we released a video. I think the last one was our sit and chat. So I wanted to get a video out and say howdy ho. I hope everyone's doing well. And as always, like and subscribe. And if you're feeling froggy, support me via Patreon or Ko-Fi. Links are all down in the description there. It really helps the channel and I appreciate it very much. Also, don't forget to use my drive-thru affiliate link, which is also down there in the doobly-doo. So I got a knife. You know what that means? That means Mr. Mean got a package. I want to give a shout out to Doug Greenskins, aka the Solitary Gamer. He has a budding YouTube channel. Go check it out. He does a lot of cool stuff with solitary solo RPGs and some miniature stuff. Mike has been a dear friend of mine for years. He was really there for me when I was going through my divorce, and he's just been he's one of those guys that'll give you the shirt off his back. I mean, he's the brother I never wanted or knew I wanted, but didn't know I needed. And he's been a great friend. And so, Mike, I love you, man. I hope the wife is doing good. And I think I'm like the one of his many friends that his wife actually likes. So that just tells you, no, it's according for taste, clearly. But he sent me a package, and I don't know. These things are expensive. They're from Beetle and Grimm. That will give you a hint. I don't know how Mike got them. I don't know if he paid full retail for them or maybe somebody gave them to him. If he feels comfortable saying so down in the doobly-doo, that would be great. But either way, he sent me a care package. And so what I thought is, well, we'll point this down. We'll see if we can get yeah, there we go. So it's about as good as I'm gonna get, folks. That helps a little bit. So I thought we'd open it up. So remember, you should always cut away from yourself, or as I like to say, cut towards your friends. Cover up his address in case he doesn't want it to be known. I think that's the right thing to do. Yeah, you can see my address because that's a mailbox. So I don't care. Alrighty. I always put your knife away or your cutting implement. You don't need it out. It can cut somebody, and we don't want that. So, now I'm pretty sure I know what these are. Oh my goodness, he sent me something else. Mike, you sneaky sumbitch. It's packaged very well. So I don't know. I don't know if this is a joke or if Mike knows this is one of my favorite films, and B, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, so I'm not quite sure if this is an inside joke or he just didn't want it or maybe he got it for free. I don't know, but Mike, thank you so much. This is one of the few 5e games that I do like, the Everyday Heroes. My friend Brian Isakoff runs it on the channel sometimes, and it's super cool. So now that that's opened, that was a pleasant surprise, Mike. Thank you so much. I think there's 3 of these. So let's take a look. I'm not going to be able to get these in the screen, so I'm going to just move up now. I'll just hold them up to the screen there and push the camera back a little bit. Alrighty, so we have, these are the faux leather from Beetle Green. This is for Pathfinder 2nd edition. This is the Complete Fighter Chronicle. Now, if you don't know what these are, I did a review of the Rogue one because I bought it. I was going to play a rogue in my friend's game, and then the game fell through, unfortunately, and I never got to play. I never even wrote in the book. This is a very expensive character sheet, is all this is. But what it does is it's wonderfully illustrated. There's a certificate of live birth, and it goes through everything. For your character, all your feats and abilities, all your class features. Now with core, Pathfinder 2.5 core, some of this stuff might have changed, but I still think this is a beautiful, beautiful accessory to your game. And the nice part, it comes with, there's a little pocket. I don't want to say it's hidden, but there's a little pocket, and inside of it, I think it's specific. No, it's just generic. So this is hard. It's like, not plasterboard, like MDF or just compressed cardboard, but on the back is a battle board, and it tells you what hero points do. Now, of course, hero points have changed, but a lot of the basic actions and everything, death and dying, it's got all the basic rules, and then it's got, on the front, it's got all the specific stuff. So like in this case, initiative, armor class, perception, focus points, and hero points. You got your hit points, max, temp, wounded, dying, hardiness, shield, hit points, and break, or build toughness. I can't remember what BT stands for, but it's for your shield. And then you've got attacks and feats, and then consumables, and then a spot down there to write for new loot. And it's dry erase, so you can write on this and use it as your plaything during combat. And it has a nice little sleeve that it slots into, as you can see. Boop. And then there's a little rubber band that you can, mark your page. And this thing has all of the basic equipment that's in the player's handbook. Of course, some of it has changed. Some names have changed, to get away from the OGL. There's a bookmark ribbon in here. There's all the archetypes for your class, equipment, and there's a journal. Now, the journal is neat. The art in here is fantastic, by the way. The journal is neat because it's literally that. It is a journal for you to write in. This will lay pretty flat, and you can push down on it and write. And excuse me, I still got a little bit of a cough. There's some stuff for some like hex maps. So when you're dungeoneering and stuff, you want to make notes, and it's just a journal, but there's all kinds of cool stuff. There's art in here. Let's see what else. There's a lot of, a scribble of a bugbear. Well, I'd assume is a bugbear. And just journal notes, pages and pages of journal notes, map hexagrams and stuff, and then certificate of death at the very end. So when your character dies, you can keep this book. Now again, is this a necessity for the game? No, it's not. It's a glorified character sheet is all it is, but it's really fucking cool, pardon my French. And then, there's some personal index, and then, just a blank page that you could doodle in. So they are leather, or faux leather, of course. Beetle and Grimm really care about stuff. So super cool. That's the Fighter Chronicle. Then he also sent the Wizard Chronicle, which again, same thing, now it's different art on the inside cover and the back cover. Again, the live certificate of birth. And then of course it goes through your character, just like a regular second edition character sheet. So tons of information. Now, of course, the new Pathfinder 2.5 doesn't use ability scores. It just uses your bonuses is all you need. So is this still relevant and useful? Yes, I say it is. Because you still have, you still have all your worn items, your encumbrance, all that still. None of that really changed. Your money is still the same. Supplies, feats and abilities. Some of them are going to change, but there's enough room in here where you can write, or you could even, if you have the PDF of the core book and you want to, maybe print that page and stick it in here, you could, just glue it with a glue stick or whatever for the relevant feats if you don't like writing it, all that stuff. I go in phases where I like to write and where I don't like to write. That's where my iPad comes in handy, because I just have a notepad on my iPad, and I have the iPad pencil, the Apple Pencil, and so I use it. So Pathfinder Society log, important places, important quests, so you could write down your quest. My players are getting ready to embark in a personal quest, homespun adventure that I'm doing. They're finishing up Troubles in Otari, the part 2 to Menace Under Otari. We started with the beginner box because my players had never played Pathfinder 2nd edition before. And most of them had never played a role-playing game in general, aside from Dragonbane that we started with. And they really liked Dragonbane. They just wanted something a little crunchier. And so we all just, it was a toss-up between GURPS or Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And they decided Pathfinder, which is fine because I have both. So yeah, this is a place where you can write down your quest, your details, your goals, your milestones. Rules reference, like I said, a lot of that is, not a lot, but a portion of it is going to change in the 2.5 core books. But still, I think the basics are there. And you could always cut and paste, like I said, from the thing. Your spells are in here. A number of the spells have changed. So like, I believe Magic Missile is no longer Magic Missile, it's Force Barrage. So you could just cut that little section out and put it in here, you know, and cover that up. So on and so forth. I'm not sure if Fireball changed or not, but there's casting rituals, there's all kinds of spells in here. So again, it's good basic information. And then again, you get the big journal laid out the same way, plenty pages, and then of course your death certificate. Oh, I wanted to see if the little combat thing was different or if it's exactly the same. It's kind of hard to get out. There we go. Nope, the battle board is exactly the same. And yep, it's exactly the same. Hero points, everything's all the same. So still nice to have though, because when combat comes, you don't have to worry about flipping through your book. You just use your battle board and you've got all your basic rules that you need. So that is the Wizard's Chronicle. And then, last but not least, the one I have is the Rogue, Complete Rogue Chronicle. And again, this is the same thing, different art, and of course it has all the character-specific stuff. So, my players don't follow as far as I know, they don't follow my YouTube channel. I know they're subscribed to it, but I don't think they follow it, just because they see me every 2 weeks. So... So no big deal, no harm, no foul. But thanks to Mike, these are going to go to my players. I have 5 players. I have a player playing a rogue. I have a player who's thinking about playing a wizard, so he'll probably get the wizard book. And then I do have a player that's playing a fighter. So these 3 books, I think these things full retail are like $70 a pop. So Mike, I don't have words to say thank you enough. This is amazing. I know my players are going to thoroughly enjoy it. And I guess while I'm at it, I should point out that my job got rid of a bunch of old tablets. And I asked permission what they were doing with these tablets. And they said, well, we're just going to recycle them. So I said, well, if we recycle them, can I repurpose them? And then my boss said yes. So what I did is I grabbed 5 of them. They're all pretty much the same. And what I did is, I don't know if you can see that very well, but we have Path Builder, Bookshelf, 3D Dice Roller, Chrome, Calendar, and Discord. And my point was, I have my iPad and I use it at the game table. And so what I'm going to do is, I have one player that brings his laptop, and he has a big Legion laptop, and it's just too big and bulky to be at the table. We don't have enough room down here. When you get 6 big guys, you know, down here, it's just not enough room. So the point of this is he doesn't have to use his tablet anymore. He can launch Path Builder. He uses Path Builder for everything. So this will do everything for him, and it frees up some space on the table. He doesn't have to use his giant laptop, which just gets in the way, to be honest. I'm glad he's using it, you know, and I liked using my iPad when I was a player in Pathfinder. But I have 5 of these all set up the same way. And so, like I said, they'll be able to launch, you know, they'll be able to launch Bookshelf, and then they'll be able to bring up, you know, Player Core, you know, and they can go through here and they can see whatever it is, you know, they can go look for whatever they want to look, and they can read what they want to read, and it'll reorientate. You know, is it the fastest tablet? No, these are old, like Galaxy Tab 7s. But, you know, some of these guys have way better eyesight than I do. It's kind of faded out there. You can't see it too well, but there you go. And if you turn it, I mean, it's pretty zippy. Fast enough, right? So the point is they can, they have access to the books, so no excuses. And I got Discord on here, so if I want to send them a private message, they'll each log into their own Discord. I can send them a private message, you know, and I don't have to write a note, hand write a note or whatever. I can even prep the messages and just not hit send, you know, or whatever. And or on my iPad, I can just cut and paste. I can create a post-it note and then drop it into the Discord, and they can read it. So if I have handouts or whatever, it's a great way to do it. There's a lot of my stuff I have PDFs for. So I am good. So really digging it. So like I said, they all work. They all hold a decent charge. So kudos and useful at the table, and it's a good way to use some old technology that would normally just go in a landfill. We're not going to be, you know, it does have internet access, and I was able to update to the latest Chrome browser, so it'll be able to do everything I need it to do, and the players need it to do. They can roll dice. They can show me the dice. If it's on there just in case somebody forgets their dice. We all, pretty much all of us, except for the one player that uses his laptop, roll physical dice. There's one player that likes to use the in-app die roller, and on this he can still do it. So anyway, I'm babbling, and Mike, I don't have enough words to say thank you. This is super cool. I'm definitely looking forward to looking at this. One of my hopes was they were doing Urban Arcana, the company behind this. I forgot the name of them. Evil Genius Games. They had a poll at the end or during the end of their Kickstarter for what setting they would like to see, the fans would like to see, and Urban Arcana was one of them. Now, back in the days of 3.5, I have all the Urban Arcana books. I thought it was such a cool setting, and I have Modern Age, and I thought Modern Age mixed with the Fantasy Age stuff would scratch that itch, but unfortunately for me, it doesn't. Unless Green Ronin's going to come out with an Urban Arcana type book, which I'm not sure they have, and they're a very small company and they're very slow to release product. But that being said, if they did, I would buy it because I like Fantasy Age. In fact, I have a Fantasy Age game tomorrow night here on the channel on my Discord. So if you want to come lurk and watch that, you're more than welcome to, because it's in the main cave of Mr. Mean. So where was I going with this? Oh. So I'm waiting for the Evil Genius Games Urban Arcana version to come out so that I can run it. Because I do like, I mean, everybody knows I'm not a huge fan of 5e, but I do like Everyday Heroes. I think it's a smart take. And I like Esper Genesis as a sci-fi game. So, you know, I mean, who knows what can change? You know, when you get old, your tastes change. But all I got to say, Mikey, is thank you so much, brother. This is super cool. I'm going to enjoy curling up reading with this. My players, I don't have enough for everybody, but at least 3 of them will get. In fact, I'm not even going to give out the wizard book yet until someone decides they're going to run a wizard, and when they present me with their wizard character, they'll get this. But I do have a fighter and a rogue in the party. So I may see if I can find a copy of the cleric. I believe they came out with the cleric one. They came out with 4. I was hoping they would come out with the sorcerer and the stuff, but I don't think these sold as well as they thought they were going to sell. So unfortunately, I don't know where they're at. And on their website, they still have them. So if you go to Beetle and Grimm, I think it's beetleandgrimm.com. Beetle and Grimm's, you can buy these. They're still available. In fact, my local game store has a couple sitting on the shelf right now. That's Level Up Games and Superior. So if you want one, you can probably go get it. But I didn't see the cleric one in there. So yeah, super cool, man. I hope this video finds everybody well. As always, like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs if you liked it. Subs if you loved it. And as always, peace and hair grace. And gosh, I don't think I have anything else to say. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what you think of the video. And as always, be nice.